News.
Beautiful weather setting up. Cannot stress that enough. That's kind of the emphasis on this long-term forecast. Beautiful weather, sunshine, and really mild air. Our average high is 70, falling into the 60s at the end of the weekend. We are going to be well into the 80s for what could be 4 days in a row starting today. Yesterday was mid-70s. It was a beautiful stretch. Thankfully, quiet conditions, not nearly as foggy here in the city today, nor are we expecting it through the morning hours. North of Grand Rapids, a little different story, but temperatures right now sitting in the mid-50s. Temperatures are close to dew points, so it'll be something to watch, but I don't expect visibility in the city to fall much below 6 or 7 miles. We are seeing it really set up in Muskegon, Newaygo, Mecosta counties here this morning. Patchy areas of fog into Eaton County as well as down near the state line. Our usual suspects, the low-lying areas, but this batch here, that's just kind of that moisture line where we're seeing a little bit more condensation take hold. We do have 60s in part of the central lower Michigan, as well as some 50s. Manistee 52, 48 over in Green Bay. We're dodging the 40s for the weekend. We're going to stay very warm. Our overnight lows here in West Michigan this weekend and early next week, upper 50s near 60. It's got a summer feel to it. 81, an average high that we see either in late or early August or late June. Peak summer conditions are ahead today and all of the next 3. More sunshine, 80s continue. Light west wind on Sunday. That might be the more noticeable wind over the next several days. A weak cold front is moving off to our north. We're going to see some influence of it wind-wise, but not a whole lot. Otherwise, the only influence that we're going to be watching in our weather pattern over the next several days are Humberto and this low, tropical low that's developing just north of the Dominican and Cuba. Now, where that goes, most likely hugging the coast, and that will try to drive down the cool air from the jet stream here. So we're going to be under the influence of this high pressure out west. I'll step aside and you can start to see how they're going to influence this weather pattern. You can see the jet stream starts to dip. There's that low developing over Miami. Now this is going to ride the coast most likely, but it might do enough to drag down that jet stream here. And by the time we get to Wednesday, we may start to see a little more of an influence. Not necessarily rain chances. Actually, it seems unlikely we'll see rain chances, but it may bring some residual clouds, high and mid-level clouds, and some cooler temperatures. Still, nonetheless, until next Friday, still not running any rain chances here in the region. It does mean that fall foliage is going to have some impacts, maybe not as vibrant, maybe a little shorter window of peak. The UP, though, is expected to see some areas of peak here over the next week. I think by next weekend, it will be great viewing conditions. Long-term forecast, still high confidence, even as average highs fall into the low 60s, that we're going to be staying very warm for this time of year. Sunny Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, highs in the low 80s. Still looking at sunshine Tuesday with highs near 80. Again, notice those overnight lows, mid to upper 50s. Really nice stretch of weather. Anticipating some 70s to return. Once that jet stream dips into the northeast part of the country, we will be under influence of that. But still, no rain chances. The pattern dominating with sunshine and definitely going to be a concern for vegetation.